My name is Dr. Fred Aketunwa. Thank you. Money management and Warren Buffett speech. Quote. Warren Buffett said, "Do not save what is left after spending." Why is he saying so? There's a common habit that many people believe that you must spend first before you save. But what the man was saying, or what he was teaching us, that look, come, when you are saving what is left after spending, it will lead to what we call inconsistent and inadequate saving. Therefore, his advice is that, hey, save first before you talk about spending. And when you look at that, what does that mean? Set aside some portion of your income on a monthly basis. Set this aside for savings and for investment. Have that culture of savings and investment. Then what is now left, you can use it for your expenses. Then you can use it based on your discretionary spending as you like. But as much as possible, think about investment, think about saving. Because today is what you know. What to save today is what will preserve you tomorrow. And then when you now look at it, the code talks about basically is to prioritize savings and investment. No matter what you're doing, that's supposed to be the priority. Now, having a budget in your own system, allocate some fixed amount of money that can be coming to your savings on a monthly basis. Then when you're done with that, use the remaining one for your expenses as you like. When you not do that, you will not have what they call consistent savings and investment. You'll be able to develop what we call financial habits. You'll be disciplined. You won't just buy things out of impulse, but you're going to base on disciplined life. Then it will help you to do what I call a long-term financial goal. You can plan yourself. You can propose what you're going to do. You won't overspend. You won't waste resources. You won't waste your money. But savings is not that you should deprive yourself of good things. Savings is basically for you to secure your future. When you save, what you are doing is that you are planning for your financial future, which is very key. Thank you. If you are struggling to prioritize savings over spending, what are the strategies? I would recommend the following strategies. Number one, set a clear financial goal. You must define your specific, your achievable goal. What do you really want to save for? Maybe you want to build, you want to buy things, you set a goal for it. Number two, track your expenses. Look, you will not know how much you are spending on expenses until you have a biro and paper to put down. Monitor your expenses. By the time you look at all the areas, classify them based on the area, you will know what you are spending your money on, and you will know which one you are going to reduce. Number three, create a budget. Allocate income according to categories. Which one is for housing, for food, for entertainment, for others. Then you prioritize savings. Then again, automate savings. Look, set an automatic transfer. Maybe from your savings account or from your current account to I call it don't touch account. That's for you. You save for that and use that one for your investment. Then you start small. Just begin with a manageable saving. You can start small and you grow big. You gradually increase them. Avoid impulse purchase. Don't just join everybody. Everybody is buying a share. Everybody is doing party. Must you impress anybody? No. Avoid impulse buying. Do things according to your own standard. And with that, it helps me to come up with this idea. I have this, what I call 30, 50, 20 plan. Allocate 50% of your income toward your necessities. 30% for your savings, for your investment. Then 20% for other expenses, which is very, very key. Then as much as possible, consider what I call envelope budgeting. Divide your expenses into all categories and place corresponding budget and labeling on it. Don't just spend anyhow. If you have an allocation per month, this is how much I want to spend. Once that thing is over for that month, that is the end. Many people today have 3 or 4, 5 phones, and they're just spending everything. They have data on all the 3 phones. What are you using data for? Seek accountability. Share your goal with a trusted friend or a family. Someone that you can be able to ask that can hold you responsible. I don't go into debt. I don't just borrow money to eat. When you borrow money to eat, you are hitting your future. But when you are investing, you are building your future. I invest into retirement plan. With this, I enjoy peace of mind and financial stability. I don't want to get involved with anything that is going to traumatize me. Then there's a reduction of stress and anxiety. And above all, the financial health is improved. Now, when you now look at it, saving before spending is now part of me. In fact, for me, I love saving. Any amount of money that comes to my heart now, I think about investment first before spending. And with that, it helps us to build financial stability and financial security. Thank you. Faith play a major significant role in our financial decision making, because faith will influence how you manage your resources. It will help you how you're going to take a decision, your choices, and at the same time, how do you view prosperity? Faith will help you to look at it. There's what I call faith-based principles. And you know, when you want to spend, when you spend based on faith, it will guide you to prioritize what you're not going to spend on. Your faith will help you to know what you're going to spend money on. You know, your value system will determine how you spend. When you are a man of faith, you will not waste money on resources that does not glorify God. Then again, you have what I call long-term perspective. Faith will help you it will encourage you, it will make you to adopt what I call long-term view. You focus on eternal reward rather than this short-term goal. Many people today, they just want to spend money and enjoy the short-term gain. But when you are a faith-based man, you know it's not just what you gain today, but the fate of tomorrow. Therefore, you're going to spend more on what I call long-term view than a short-term view. It will also help you to be contented and also guide you. You know, faith will help you not to compare yourself with anybody. It will help you to look, you will not be moved by material possession. If you are a faith-based person, you will not be moved by what anybody is doing. You will not just, oh, this is the latest. Faith does not make you to flow according to the latest. You only flow with the latest that is in the kingdom. Faith will help you to trust that it's only God that is the source of your life. When you have faith, you know that it's not by strength. Whatever you have today, it is by grace. And it is by grace we are. Therefore, by grace, we can get to any level. It will bring trust. It will make us to know that our provision is not from anybody, but from God. Faith will make you to know that you are just a steward. That everything that you have is from the Lord. You don't hold anything. Therefore, you will not, there's a difference between an assets and assets. When you look at what you have as my own, this is my asset, this is my asset, you will just get into crisis. But when you know there's an asset, that with God you can access anything. In fact, pray more emphasis on assets than assets. Assets will make you to have more than just an asset. And you know, when you look at it, faith will help you to go into what I call ethical investing. There are some things you will not invest into. Because if you're a man of faith, you'll be guided by choice. For me now, you can't ask me now to go and invest in things that are going to be in alcohol. But no, I will not. Because it's against my belief system. And above all, faith will help you to have financial peace. You have peace of mind. Because you know you have God. It is only God that can help you. It's God that can bring. There is nothing that you have that is not from above. It will help you to know that it's a personal thing. It's a thing that is based on God. It is God that is all. When you walk by faith, you can achieve anything in life. Proverbs 21:20 in New King James Version. He said there's a desirable treasure and an oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man squandered it. New Living Translation said, the wise have wealth and luxury, but the fools spend whatever they get. When you spend everything that you have and you don't save, then you are a fool. Create a budget. You should be able to track your income and expenditure. Look, I've said it before, take a Bible and paper. Itemize what you are spending. When you analyze what you are spending, if you see your expenses on paper, you will be shocked. Prioritize your need over want. Not everything you want that you will get. Please start small. Look, if it is just 500 naira you can save on a monthly basis, start it. Or if you want to look at it, how do I do this one? Get an automatic saving solution. Get to the bank, check the bank, do a standing order. Every day, can you transfer 500 naira from my account to this account? You will not know. You just see the money going. Think about long-time thinking. Someone said the best time to plant the tree is 10 years ago. And another best time to do it now is when? It's now. Start doing something now. And again, please stay informed. Study, expose yourself, learn more about personal finances, learn more about saving strategy, learn so many things. Practice patience and discipline. You need it. You need it. You need to be disciplined. Without discipline, you cannot save. You see, when you have a structured financial plan, it will help you enough to clarify your financial goals. You identify what you want and how you want to achieve it. It will help you to assess your current situation. You want to know your status. You want to understand where you are now and where you are going. Then it will help you to prioritize your need over wants. Truly speaking, when you look at it, you should be able to distinguish between the essential and things that are just at your discretion. It will help you to create a roadmap. A roadmap what will be able to help you to achieve your goal based on the roadmap that you have created. Then it will help you to manage risk. Because when you look at your structure, you know, I can't go beyond this level. This is what I have. Look at your financials. You can manage risk. Then it also help you to be disciplined and also be accountable. Accountability is very, very key. If you are not responsible and you don't have a responsible financial habit, you get into crisis. But when you have all this structured financial plan, it will help you to do that. It will also help you to reduce stress and anxiety. Once you have all, you provide a sense of control. You will not be distracted because you know these are key things that you need to look at. You must have what they call worksheet. Your worksheet, look at what is your income, identify your incomes, your source of incomes, how much are you getting it, break it down to monthly basis, break it from monthly to weekly, from weekly if possible to daily. How much income am I making on a daily basis? How much expenses am I making on a daily basis? How much is going for my rent? How much is going for my utilities? How much is going for transportation? How much is going for food and all this? Those are the fixed, there are some fixed expenses. Your rent. Then there's a variable expenses. Hey, entertainment, your hobby, you want to travel, those are variables. At the end of the day, you must be able to sit down. What is my financial goal? In the next 6 months, what do I want to achieve? In the next 1 year, what do I want to achieve? In the next 5 years, what do I want to achieve? This is what we normally do. My family will sit down at the beginning of the year. We look ahead. We have a financial budget. And by the grace of God, we look at our income. We apply faith. Sometimes we do check to ourselves. And to God be the glory, it has been very sweet. God has been good to us. Therefore, for me, I would advise that all these things, when you look at all this structured financial plan, it will help you to clarify all these situations. You will not be in messy situation. You will not be under stress. You will live a life of peace and a life of joy. Thank you. Actually, there are several challenges when it comes to the issue of application of faith into financials. How do we balance the spiritual and the material goal? You know, we need to reconcile our faith. And again, we have to look at it in combination with generosity and detachment with financial planning so that we can be able to focus on security and growth. There must be a way for us to be able to look at it. Balancing is very key. If you don't balance it, sometimes we are too spiritual, whereby it comes to level of investment, you bring too much spiritual up there, you don't invest in the right thing you need to do. That becomes more problem. But yet, in anything you want to invest in, spiritual must be the guidance. You don't take anything that God is not leading you. But now, how do you balance the thing? The balancing is the most important thing. Sometimes if you're not careful, you can be too spiritual, thinking, hey, should I or should I not? And you lose opportunity. Therefore, there must be a sensitivity. And somebody said, you need to dream or see vision before you take a decision. Assuming there's an opportunity that comes your way now to invest, do you want to go and sleep before you dream? You must be active. You must know what to do at the right time. And that's one of the major things. Then again, how do you differentiate between the issue of faith and money? You know, many of us will have this challenge. When we want to sell some things, you don't want to put price on it because, hey, am I making more profit? Am I making low profit? But you see, in the process, because many of us are conscious, we are spiritual beings, we think about the faith more, we end up losing money. When it comes to the issue of business, there's a place where you come in, you must be able to differentiate it. If you are investing, you must make profit. And some people say, profiteering, at what level do I make profit? What profit should I make? And at the level you look at it, there's what they call the other level. If you buy a product at this price today, price A, and tomorrow the price has risen by like around 20%, must you sell lower than the current price? If you do that, you will lose money in the name of spiritual. Many of us feel guilt because of maybe past financial mistakes that you have done. No, you don't struggle with past. Past is past and past is gone. Then again, opportunity cost needs to be set. That is why there's the difference between the need and want. You have to come up with what they call the scale of preference. Prioritize what you need in life. Look at the one that is high look at the one that is low. And in the process, you come with opportunity cost. Which one has to be alternative for God? That thing has to be applied to it. Not everything you can attend to. Then you come about the issue of investment. There's some investment many of us cannot get into. Ethical, which investment should we get into? These are some of the challenges. You are looking at a business that the return on investment is so high, but you look at it, is it ethically, reliable, or is it that your faith? Do you agree with that? Does it flow with your faith? These are some of the major challenges that we look at. Then you're looking at the issue of generosity and giving. Today we have society that believe that if you don't give, you are stingy. But you see, in life, you must know how much you want to give. If you don't put a budget in your life, you go into penury. Some people, when they know that you're generous, they keep asking for money. Give, give, give. Yes, it is good to give, but there must be boundary. Now, all these challenges, how do we overcome them? I would say, number one, seek for guidance. In the multitude of counsel, there is safety. Then, as much as possible, reflect on your faith value. What do you believe? Identify your core principle. You must be able to prioritize your principle, and if that thing must be able to inform your decision making. And above all, cultivate the attitude of being gratitude. No matter what you are going through, no matter the challenges that you are having, come on, take time to pray. Don't be stressed for anything, but pray about everything. That scripture is sweet. In the book of Philippians chapter 4 verse 6. Don't be anxious for anything, but pray about everything. And once you pray, give thanks, believing God that things has worked out for you. Once you look at this, that becomes your culture, becomes your part of life, and life will become easier for you. Thank you. How do I make money and yet I'll be able to stay in faith? Okay, for me, anything that is not of God, I don't get involved in it. No matter how beautiful the contract may look like, I look at underlying factor. Will I glorify God in this? I've had an occasion whereby people call me for business meeting. Once I look at it and does not tally with my belief system, I don't do it. I don't just invest. I invest in things that are ethical. I'm not really thinking of investment just for profit alone. All profit that I want to make is to glorify God. And again, one of the challenges I also look at is that many people want us to give. Look, at what point do you stop giving? When people come to today, in fact, the challenge is that some people, when you give one, before you realize they will call other people. And before there was a particular day, I saw a particular student that could not go to school. And I found out what happened. She said she has not paid her school fees. I took it upon myself to pay the school fees of that girl. I don't know, before I realized, 2 days after, people are now knocking at my door. That please help us. Our children are not going to school. Help us. I want to do business. That became a major thing. At that level, how do we say no? Saying no is very, very important. If you don't know how to say no, you will have to go beyond your plans. Therefore, how do I manage it? Number one, I have a budget. I have an account which I call general account. Therefore, on that general account, that's where my expenses are. That's where gifts are. That's where everything I want to give out is. Once I exhaust that account for that month, that is the end for that month. What I do again, as much as possible, I look at investment. And I look at my return on investment. I always calculate. Not every business I get involved in. I do business based on my priority, based on my value system, and based on my plan. If God is telling me not to get involved in any business, no matter how juicy the business will be, I don't get there. Because all that I have, all that will be, and what I will ever be is in God. God bless you. There's this experience I have with my mom. My mom always tells us, come, children, don't just spend all that you have. And as much as possible, don't use your 10 fingers when it is time for you to feed yourself. And that helped me a lot. That came into my subconscious. And come, as much as possible, let me think about tomorrow and sustainability. I read some books. Two major ones that resonated to my spirit was this, The Richest Man in Babylon by George Samuel Clanson. Then I also read The Rich Dad and Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. The major thing I learned from The Richest Man in Babylon was that, you must start your pulse to fattening. What does that mean? Anything you have, you must be able to build savings as key. You must make your goal to multiply, which means there must be multiple stream of income. Then you must guard your treasure from loss. I also read over there, I think he said, own thy own house. Then invest into your future income. Then increase your ability to earn. So my takeaway From this context, everything I've said here, I'm going to summarize it as much as possible. Number one, set a financial goal. Let your goal be smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely goal. Create a budget for yourself. Work by budget. Don't just work with impulse. I want to beg you, automate saving. Create an account. We call it don't touch account. Please, if you are in debt, pay up your debt. Don't live in debt. Have what I call emergency fund. Put money somewhere. God forbid, if anything happens, look at the time of COVID. Some people could not just stay. When anything happens within the next 6 months, build your financial stability to a level that you can stand. Invest into future. Plan your life. Invest for the future. Seek accountability. Seek for help. Don't just keep quiet. And above all, let God lead you. Be patient. Be disciplined. Be focused. Stay informed. Educate yourself. But above all, rely on God. For with God, all things are possible. Thank you very much. God bless you.